keeping it real now. Give them something they feel now.
Okay, welcome family. We're going to actually talk about hypothyroidism, and actually when they actually tell you that you have issues with your thyroid gland, and you either have a low thyroid gland or too high, and they either tell you that you need to be put on some type of medication, and or they'll tell you that you have another disease that derives from hypothyroidism, you know, them crazy names, and then they'll tell you that you might have or you have Hashimoto's disease. Or so to me, it's not to me, but it's enough research out there for you to understand your body. So I always like to teach you the bigger picture, so you can actually focus on how to correct things for yourself. Now, a lot of people think that I actually hate doctors. I don't. You know, we go see them when it's time to go see them, but it's a difference. You know, I don't knock anybody from going to see the doctor at all. The doctor will give you heavy, good information. The problem is, I've already said it before, is that they will try to keep you on medication long term instead of taking care of the root cause or taking care of the root issue. So I'm not here to bang on the doctors, but I brought that up to help you understand. Go see a doctor and get information. They're licensed in the state, you know, to practice medicine, and they will tell you what's going on. Just that you want to make sure you are careful when they put you on some type of medication. Like a lot of people have been asking me to do a video on the thyroid gland and the T4 and T3. So I thought I covered that, but I remember when I talked about bladderwrack sea moss, okay, I didn't. I was talking about my website. I was talking about a whole lot of other stuff and not really focusing on the power of heavy details of the video only about the bladderwrack sea moss. So, and I said in that video, before I even knew what happened to our one of the legends that I stand on the shoulders of, one of the legends, Dr. Sabi, I made sure I let him be known where I actually got this information from. So it's no question that bladderwrack is a beast when it comes to the thyroid gland, just like Irish moss. Okay, if you want more details about that, go watch the video. But I'm gonna focus mainly on the thyroid gland. But you individuals that like to go see the doctor, and the doctor will tell you. That's a good thing about them. They will tell you what's going on with you and give you some weird medical name that you sometimes can't pronounce, like hypothyroidism, you know, Hashimoto's disease. It comes from issues with your thyroid gland, and you have hypothyroidism, and we might need to remove that organ. Why you need to snatch an organ from me when all these organs work systematically together? So that's the issue I have with doctors when it's not really 80%, 90% of the time. It's not that serious for you to be snatching the organ and taking it out like I don't need it, okay? Like your gallbladder. They take that out. And you need that. That affects your thyroid gland. Yes, it does. So they'll tell people, you good, you don't need that, and they'll just take it right out. People are like, oh, I'm good. Now I don't have that burning sensation anymore. When you just had inflammation in your gallbladder, you should have did a gallbladder cleanse. Simple as that. So let's get to the thyroid here and whatnot. So we won't be keeping you long, because you know Herbalist Kareem can be long with it. So after you see the doctor, they got a bunch of different medications that they'll put you on. And one of the main ones that they like to put you on is this medication. Is called, the young lady told me it was Armor or something like that, when I was actually getting the chance to hear her speak to me and break it down to me. I was like, okay, so they put you on, so what is that? I mean, it's supposed to help your thyroid. So this the route you want to go. So you calling, or you reaching out to me. Why, you feel it's not working? What is it? Did you take the time to look it up? Yes, they actually told me that it actually comes from a pig. Okay, all right. So it comes from a pig. and she mentioned that it was actually like a pig hormone that simulates T4 and T3 just like in humans. I said, okay. So those of you that don't mind eating pork and you love that bacon, you good. Don't worry about it. Take that medication if you have thyroid issues. Disclaimer. I'm just putting that out there for joke wise. But that's what she mentioned. So I was like, okay. So she like, I'm not happy. I don't like that it's coming from a pig. I don't like that. I don't like that. And it ain't helping me anyway. I said, okay. Well, how long did the doctor tell you need to take it? And she said, till I feel better or a few years till my body adapt to it. Okay. So what do you want to do? Obviously, you want to make a change, and you want to do something different. I said, well, let me tell you this. When it comes to the thyroid gland, it regulates your metabolism. Okay? It regulates your weight and whatnot. Your T4 and T3. Okay? So T3 won't even be able to be converted until T3 is converted from T4. So, and that happens in the liver. So I wanted to see if she caught it, but she kept talking. But I was like, well, I'm telling y'all now. The emails I got, several emails saying, hey, look, talk about the thyroid gland, because I didn't go into details with the first video. But yes, the cause could be your liver or too much estrogen. Okay? You could have issues with your actual kidneys. You could have issues with your actual gallbladder. It could be that. Okay? So if your gallbladder is not working properly, you could have issues with your thyroid gland. If your liver is not working properly, you could have issues with your thyroid. If your liver is not intact. If you have too much estrogen in your body, you could have issues with your thyroid gland. Okay? So it's just not one area. A lot of individuals don't focus heavily on telling you the details of it. If you have issues with your digestive tract, like I tell you, majority of disease, like all holistic individuals tell you, majority of disease come from the colon, from your digestive tract. You have issues there. That's why some of you that have issues with your thyroid gland, you have low energy and you're sluggish all the time. And you have issues in your stomach and you might be constipated all the time. I'm going to tell you right now, it's the grains. A lot of individuals today are heavily sensitive to the grains. The genetically modified grains. I did a video on grains, wheat, letting you know that it's fake, fake, fake. It ain't real. So your body cannot adapt to that. So you will come down with some type of autoimmune disease messing with the grains. And then they'll tell you something's going on with your thyroid gland, which causing you to have Hashimoto's, which is an autoimmune disease, which really derives from grains or leaky gut. So it's a combination of things that's going on with the thyroid. But to handle that, to actually fix that issue, you can just start removing grains out of you. The fake grains, you know, there's a lot of grains out there like quinoa, you know, there's a bunch of them, you know, when you actually, I think I have them listed on my website in detail. But you want to start adding yourself supplements because, you know, a lot of the food out there do not have the right nutrients and minerals that it's supposed to have in there. That's why if you add bladderwrack sea moss to your life, you good. Now, when I first started with bladderwrack sea moss, I did it in a powder. People did not like the taste. It was nasty. So after probably a year, I started making the capsule. But I wanted to just literally help you understand that bladderwrack sea moss is a powerhouse when it comes to helping the thyroid gland out. But you want to remove genetically modified grains out of your life. It can harm your thyroid. It can harm your digestive tract. It can harm the liver. It can harm the kidneys. It can harm your nerve. It can harm your whole body. And it will attack your gallbladder and also your thyroid gland. So you can't, if T3 cannot be converted for the hormones that's necessary for the thyroid gland in the liver, then something's blocking it. And I would check with the liver. So you could start correcting the liver by staying off of, like mixed thistle. I talked about that. That's an actually powerful herb, natural herb that's already been proven for thousands of years, especially in universities in the last 50 years plus, showing how it is powerful for correcting the actual liver. So grains will actually, removing grains, genetically modified grains out of your body will correct the body itself anyway. So a lot of you individuals will feel a lot better that's having thyroid issues and low energy and sluggish all the time with getting off the addicted carbohydrates, getting off of the addiction of grains, the stuff that's actually dragging you down. Sugar is a dangerous, it depletes all the organs. So that's a problem as well. You're addicted to the actual American diet when you need to be going back to holistic and Mother Nature diet. So get yourself some bladderwracks by itself and capsule it up. You can get yourself a capsule maker for something like $50 or $30 on Amazon, and you can make 50 of them bad boys. And you can make it twice, or you can make them in a bowl and get yourself some vegan capsules. I believe I did a video showing you how to make your own capsules. I might have to do that so you guys can just make it and build your own apothecary like I tell you, okay? So I started an actual business because I couldn't help everybody with just putting the little Ziploc packages together and mailing them out and seeing if I can find them and pull up and put them together. Hey, can you make a Kareem for me? Can you put it together for me? I don't want to I ain't got time. Here we are, okay? Dealing with my community, and I actually had to shut down my store because online is too heavy for me to handle. So I want you to just focus on the fact and understand that you can make a big difference when you're trying to eliminate grains and a lot of estrogen type foods because it comes from all those filthy animals. It's high in estrogen, okay? So you have to start. I already did a video showing you how certain estrogen blockers. The main one I told you like was a secret that I don't say it was a secret, but it's the government's sleeping on. Rosemary. Rosemary is an estrogen blocker. So if you want to actually make sure you can cheat and not actually do right like you're supposed to and eat right, make sure you have yourself a 1 drop of rosemary essential oil, 1 drop, bam, in some tea every day. So you can block the estrogen that you're doing. Slow down on putting high estrogen food in your, definitely the soy. That soy, that fake soy they making, you jacking your body up all day. So soy and grains, leave that alone. Watch the intake of carbs and grains and estrogen and actually start adding natural vitamins. And that's what makes bladderwrack sea moss so powerful, because you have the Irish moss, which is 92 plus minerals, and then you have the bladderwracks, and they both high in iodine. So that helps your thyroid out. So you're not only putting nutrients in your body, you're actually correcting your body. And when you're staying off of grains and estrogen type foods, your body's going to correct itself anyway. So just wanted to help you understand the power of Mother Nature, because like I say all the time, Mother Nature's your gift to help the living. I hope you'll have yourself a good weekend.
Cycles of life is all around. For cycles of life is all around. Cycles of life.